Hi, my name is Andre from Mellons Hyundai, Northern Ireland's premier Hyundai dealer. Today I'm going to show you the brand new Kona SE.
The driver's seat has several adjustments. You may adjust the height of the seat through a pumping action of pumping this up, or reduce the height of the seat by pumping it down the ways. You can adjust the rake of the rear of the seat by pulling this up and pushing pressure backwards if you want it to go further backwards, or applying less pressure and the seat will move forwards. If you want the base of the seat to slide forwards, closer to the steering wheel and the pedals, then this bar at the bottom should be pulled up at the same time as moving forwards or backwards in your seat. As we can see on the driver's side door, we have our electric windows. So 2 for the front, 2 for the rear. Your driver's side window only requires 1 click up or down, and it will go the whole way up or down. You also have the ability to lock the windows and stop the passengers in the rear from being able to open them. Here we have your anti-hijack system. So this enables you, the car will automatically lock itself once it takes off. Whenever you park up and decide to let somebody in, all you do is press the unlock button. This allows you to decide who gets into your car. As we can see up here, we have a rocker switch which determines which wing mirror will get adjusted. So if I wanted to adjust the left wing mirror, I would press down on the rocker switch, and if I wanted the wing mirror to tilt up, I'd press up, down, right and left. As we move from the driver door, we have several buttons located near your right knee in the car. On the right hand side we have your headlamp level, so you can adjust the height of your headlamps. Here we have the brightness illumination for your center dash. So if you press the plus, it will get brighter, and press the minus and it will get dimmer. This button here is your lane departure warning system. If you push that button on, your lane departure warning system will appear on the top right of your dash. The button next to it is your traction control. If you wish to turn your traction control off, you push the button and a notification will come up saying it is disabled, and there will be an orange light on the furthermost part of the dash. I am now going to talk you through the infotainment system in the car, starting with Apple CarPlay. As you can see, our phone is connected via a genuine Apple lead through USB. You will see the icon at the top right here that it is connected. Press Apple CarPlay and your compatible apps with Apple CarPlay will appear. As you can tell, this is Mark's phone, as he is very busy with all those missed calls. His music, maps, messages, and at the bottom you have his podcasts and audiobooks. If we wish to see his phone calls,
I can make a call for you or play your voicemail.
Siri,
Which would you like?
Siri will suggest a phone call or a voicemail, but you can go in here and press on your contacts, keypad and voicemails to see who he is contacting. Just like your old iPhone used to show, here is your home button. So you push that and it brings you back to the home. You can see his music in here, maps and messages as so. To get back to the main Hyundai screen, you just press Hyundai. For a traditional radio, you press the radio button up here, and we have our DAB and AM. Now, most of our stations nowadays are on DAB or FM, so we'll press this here, and we're currently listening to Classic FM. To change the radio station, we press List, and then we are able to scroll up and down the list using the knob on the right hand side, or we are able to pan like so. If I wanted to listen to Radio 4, I press Radio 4. To adjust the volume, I twist the left knob, left and right. I can also adjust the volume on my steering wheel, where I have the plus and the minus for the volume. So up, increasing, and down, decreasing the volume. To change the radio station again, we can press List, and say if we want to change to 5 Live, press this button here. To add 5 Live as a favourite, we can see all our other favourites here. If we want to replace one of these, say if we want to replace Heat with 5 Live, we hold down Heat and Radio 5 Live replaces it. If we just wanted to replace it and add in a new one, number 12, we just press and hold as so. Back. And to go back again, the top right. Furthermore, you can phone somebody by pressing the top left button here on your steering wheel through voice command, and Siri will ask you for a command. Call Tony Hammond.
Calling Tony Hammond, mobile.
And so we don't disturb Tony, we can hang up through this button here or press end. Is how to connect your phone if you do not wish to use Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. You simply press the phone button, and from your Bluetooth devices on your phone, you simply search the Kona. I have now connected my phone to the car. To see it on the infotainment system, I can either press it via the phone button on the screen or at the side, or I can press it on the steering wheel. It automatically pops up my call history, so I can see all dialed, received or missed. If I press this left icon, then it also brings up a keypad where I can phone a new number. I can also access my contacts through the third icon across. So if I wanted to find someone beginning with A, I just press the A button, and then I'm able to scroll up and down. The fourth icon across is my favorites. I currently have none, so if I wanted to add a favorite, I would press Add New. I would then pick someone, so say Aaron. I then press the button until the star becomes orange, press Close, back, and that's one of my 10 favorites saved. If, say, I fell out with Aaron, didn't like him anymore, and wanted to remove him, I press the menu button, delete, select Aaron, and delete. I am sure. And he is deleted. To go back altogether, we press the back button. Say, for instance, I wanted to listen to Spotify or Amazon Music or any music app that you may listen to. You can also press on the Bluetooth audio after pressing play on your phone, and it will bring it up here. You can press play, fast forward, rewind. You can also press shuffle, and to get back to our main home screen, again we just press the back button. By pressing the menu button, you're able to change the sound and connection settings. The settings button is at the bottom right, where you are able to adjust your sound, position, volume ratio, equalizer, loudness. You are also able to edit your display, illumination, and return to default. We can scroll across here and we can adjust other settings options. Your date and time setting is found here in the settings, first page, where you are able to adjust the date and time. So currently it is actually not 7:51 PM. As we can see outside, it's very sunny, so I'm going to adjust that accordingly. And that's it changed. As I move down from the infotainment system, we have our air conditioning unit. On the left hand side we have our temperature control, blue being cold, and as we move to the red, the hotter it will become. In the middle we have our fan speed, so currently it is 0, so it is off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Increasing in fan speed as increasing in number. On the right hand side we have the position of which the air will come out of. So at the bottom left we have it directed towards your face. Next we have your face and your feet, just your feet. And then this one here is your feet and the front windscreen, and just the windscreen here. To turn your aircon on, you must have the fan speed on and press that so it turns blue. To heat your rear windscreen, you must press this button, and the car must be on for it to light up orange. The car is currently off, so that's why it did not light up whenever I pressed it. If you return this back to 0, your aircon will go off. To have the air just circulating within the car, you can press the center button and the blue light will come on. If you prefer to have fresh air coming in from the outside, you push that button again and it will go off. As you can see, your hazard warning lights are also located in the center of the dash and will appear as such. Your left indicator is located by pushing down on this stalk. Right indicator is pushed up on this stalk as such. This car also has auto headlights and taillights, so by twisting the end stalk towards auto, it will turn your headlights and taillights on whenever it is dark enough to do so. You can manually override this by having your side lights on, headlights, and then to access your full beam, you push forward and a blue light will appear in the center of your dash. To take your full beam off, you pull the center stalk towards you and it will turn it off. If you wish to just flash at somebody without keeping your full beam on, you pull the stalk towards you and release depending on how long you want the flash to be. On the right hand stalk we have our windscreen wipers. To get the wiper to go faster, we push up the ways, and if we want just one wipe, we push down and release, just like the dip on the full beam. Just down and release and it will wipe once. If we want the rear windscreen to wash, we twist the end stalk from 1 to 2, obviously 2 being faster. The further we push this end stalk up, the faster the windscreen wiper will go. And we also have our intermittent here in between. I'm now going to talk you through the right hand side of the steering wheel. The uppermost left icon is Pages. So if you press the Pages button, it will move across from one page to another. On the first page, you can see 4 white dots on the right hand side. To get from the top dot to the bottom one, you simply press down on the right hand side of the steering wheel, and you will have different options. The first option will show you your miles per gallon. If you wish to reset this, then you simply press down on OK and hold. Same goes for resetting your trip A and B. And then the bottom option is your speedo. To move across the page, we simply press the page button, where we have 3 options. Your first option is your lane keep assist. So this, as shown previously, is now switched on, as we can see from the top right icon. If you venture out of your lane, it will start beeping and flashing. As we scroll down, we're pressing down again, we have your driver attention system, which is currently off, and then your tire pressure warning system. So if you drive off, you will be able to see the different tire pressures, and so if you have a flat tire, you will be able to identify which one is flat. As we press the Pages button again, we will move across to the right of the page to our settings. Here we have different settings for different things. If we want to see the driver's assistance settings, we just press OK. And here we have the 2 driver's assistance settings. So here's the lane safety one, and we'll press OK. So currently, the lane departure warning system, as I told you about earlier, the white car here on the top right, it is on the standard lane keep assist. If we wish to change this to the lane departure warning system, the active one, where your car will actually recorrect your steering, provided it picks up the white lines on the road to keep you in the center of the lane, you press OK whenever it is highlighted, and the wee white dot will move to it. And then all you do is simply press back when illuminated and the OK button. In here we have your driver attention warning. So currently it is off, but we can have it on normal sensitivity or high sensitivity. So we'll put it on normal by pressing OK. Again, press up to go to back, and then OK. Back. And you can adjust your settings accordingly by doing so. So if you wish to change the sound, go down to sound, press OK, and then you can either turn on or off the Hyundai welcoming sound, which is like Marmite. To turn it off, you just go down when it's highlighted, press OK, and you will no longer get the nice welcoming sound whenever you turn the key on the car. I like it, so I'm going to turn it back on. Let's go back. And to get to your original miles per gallon page, you just press this one more time and you go across to the first page where you have the 4 different options as shown earlier. I am now going to show you how to work the cruise control and the speed limiter. In order to get the cruise control mode on, you press this mode button and cruise will appear on the center dash. Once you have reached the desired speed, by pushing on the accelerator, you take your foot off the accelerator and press down on set. The car will continue to drive at the speed you are driving at. In order to cancel the cruise control, you can put your foot on the brake. If you wish to increase your speed whilst driving or decrease your speed whilst driving, you can either press up or down accordingly. To switch to the speed limiter mode, you press the mode button once more and the limit icon will appear in the center of the dash. Again, you accelerate up to your desired speed, press down on the set button, and the car will be limited to that speed. If we set it whenever the car is stationary, it will appear as 20 miles an hour, as can be seen here. If I wish to increase the speed at which the car is limited to, I simply press up and the speed will increase accordingly. This means that if I was to drive off in the car would not be able to go quicker than 24 miles per hour. If I wish to reset the speed limiter, all I do is press the circle button at the bottom right and it will reset to the beginning. I can take the limiter off altogether by pressing the mode again, where both cruise control and limiter will not be available until the mode button is pressed again. A few final things to show you on the center dash is your distance to empty, which is located in the very uppermost center where it says 157 with a petrol pump beside it. That shows you have 157 miles to empty. You also have a petrol tank gauge on the bottom right hand corner below your speedo, where you can see we have just under half a tank of fuel, and then on the left hand side we have your engine temperature. When the car is turned on, the engine temperature normally settles around just below the 90 mark. Your trip with your overall mileage on it, as you can see, is 9 miles here, and the car is currently sitting on a nice summer's day in Bangor at 28 degrees. As we move further down, we can see where the gear stick is located. On the right hand side of the gear stick, we have our intelligent stop-start technology. This means when a car is pulled up to a set of lights and it is at the right time, if you put the car in neutral, take your foot off the clutch, the engine will cut out. As soon as you put your foot back on the clutch and put into first gear to take off, the car's engine will start up again. In order to turn this off completely, you must press this button here and a blue light will appear. This means that if a blue light is on here, your car will not cut out whenever stopped and placed in neutral. On the left hand side of the gear stick, we have our parking sensors. This button here, when pressed, will turn our parking sensors off. So when the blue light appears, there will be no parking sensors whenever put into reverse. The only time you may want to have your parking sensors off is if you are towing and have a trailer behind you, because the car will pick up the trailer because the sensors are on the car and not on the back of the trailer. The third button on the left hand side of the gear stick is your hill descent button. Once pushed, your downhill brake control will appear on in the center dash. To turn it off again, you simply push it again and it will come up saying off. Whenever you put the Kona SE into reverse, as shown, so if I come round to the side, you can see I lift up with my foot pressed down on the clutch, across and into reverse. As soon as I do this, the reversing camera comes on. Whenever I turn the steering wheel, the reversing camera and its lines will also twist with the steering wheel. This allows you to tell if your wheels are straightened up after parking, and also where your car will go if you continue reversing with the steering wheel at that angle. To get the reversing camera off, you simply just return the car back into neutral and you will return to your home screen. On the roof of the car, on the inside, we have two lights which can be turned on by pushing individually or on together by pressing on the left hand side of the rocker switch, turned off altogether by pushing on the right hand side of the rocker switch, or put in the door setting where it's in the middle. This means if I open the door, as I will now, both lights will come on. And I close the door and the lights will go off. In front of this we have our sunglasses holder, which is lined with a nice felt finish, and push up as so to close. As we can see here, we have our sun visor. Both passenger and driver have a sun visor with a vanity mirror and a light which can be turned on and off via the rocker switch. I am now going to show you under the bonnet of the car. To open the bonnet latch, you pull the handle below the steering wheel as shown. And you approach the bonnet from the front, and directly above the badge there is a latch. You swipe across to the left and raise like so. Obviously, with buying a brand new Hyundai, you will have our 5-year warranty on the car and should also service it with our brilliant after sales team. Therefore, I'm only going to show you the essentials under the bonnet, which include your washer fluid, which is located here. You open the cap as shown. You can locate your dipstick here for your oil, and your battery is located here with the positive terminal with the plus, negative, and the black with the minus. To close the bonnet, it is simply a drop. To open